Hello and welcome to Sunrise Cardcast, your one-stop podcast shop for all things hockey cards. My name is Eric Andrews, also known in the hobby as Hammerhawks, and I'm joined by my co-host and fellow hobbyist Aaron Goldstein, better known as Crease Collector. Now, this might come as a bit of a shocker, but we will start off the episode with a few notable arrivals for our collections of late. Aaron, do you want to kick things off with your recent addition?
Yeah, it was the newest pickup for my goalie collection. Always wanted a Bauer auto, so like I've seen them at the expo for many years now, and even at the previous expo, I was trying to find one again. I'm always kind of with goalies that I'm gonna pick up maybe one or two cards of them. I kind of look for the perfect card, I guess you could say. So I've always been kind of keep my eye out for a nice Bauer auto. I mean, those who have met Johnny Bauer, I mean, I ran into him super briefly at the expo a few years ago, before he passed, and didn't say much to him at all. He was kind of passing by on his way to a speaking engagement he had at the event, and just a really nice humble guy, and just yeah, means a lot for everyone here around Toronto, and one of the more popular Leafs alumni. So always kind of wanted to get a nice card of him. So recently I pulled the trigger on his 0809 Upper Deck Legends Masterpiece Brushstrokes autograph. That's kind of a mouthful. It's actually the blue frame version, actually. So it's out of 25. I got a really good price on it, for less than his other versions go for, with a higher print run. So not a bad buy at all. And just, for those who know the set, I mean, just one of the best autograph sets out there, I think. I think it's something that Upper Decks should consider doing year after year, or maybe not year after year, maybe every other year or something, just to kind of keep things fresh. And these cards are awesome. Just mixing art and sport is just a really cool concept. So yeah, picked it up, and it's right at home in my collection.
Awesome. Yeah, such a great product, great set. Fittingly kind of ties in with what we talked about on the last episode, my idea for an art-based product. So yeah, definitely cool that you picked that one up. And yeah, obviously Johnny Bauer is a legend and has a great signature and obviously very recognizable and iconic and everything. So yeah, I feel like every hockey fan and card collector needs a Johnny Bauer autograph in their collection. So yeah, definitely cool that you picked that one up, and definitely one that I'm a fan of. I have had a few kind of cool mail days of late. First one actually just came a few days ago. Not something that I would normally like go out of my way to pick up, but just saw it on Facebook and was like, like that price seems really good. And then kind of did a little bit of research on the card and was like, yep, like that's a really good price. So I just went ahead and grabbed it. Again, not something I would normally go out of my way to pick up, but a cool card that I will look forward to because it is actually a redemption card for a 2022-23 Stature rookie autograph number out of 199 of Matty Beniers.
Hey, that's not bad at all. Wow.
Yeah, so we've talked about Stature, and how nice the cards look and all of that. So yeah, that'll be a pretty cool one to get. I like Beniers as a player. Obviously, the Kraken are the latest team in the NHL and have cool jerseys and everything. And Stature always looks great, so should be a pretty cool card. Kind of interesting because all of his like parallel autographs and stuff were live in the product, but just the base version of the autographs were not. So I don't know if he just didn't get around to signing and returning those and returned everything else on time or what. But yeah, figured for the very good price that I saw this for, I figured I would grab it and be just a cool little random addition to the collection. So excited for whenever that might arrive. I have no idea when because I haven't redeemed it yet, actually, but still cool nonetheless. And then the next mail day was actually from EPAC, which I don't have stuff from EPAC sent home super often, so it's always kind of fun when I do. Kind of broken down into two different sections here. The first one, again, from a product that we have talked about a few times of late, but a card that I was definitely hoping to track down a copy of. And then once this product came out on EPAC, there was one that became available, and I was able to work out a deal with the guy that had it. And definitely very happy that I did because the card is just stunning in person. It is from 21-22 Upper Deck Synergy, and it is one of the true base, the clear base cards numbered out of 12 of Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really nice. I mean, like I know, with that product, it's kind of like hit or miss for some people, but those cards like that, I mean, I personally enjoy it. And especially, Flurry in a Chicago uniform, I'm sure that sits right with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was glad to find and track down one of those and add it to the collection. Obviously, I picked up the red parallel at the National, so adding the clear true base to the collection is definitely fun. Maybe I'll go for the rainbow at this point because I think I would just need the red without the bounty code and then the purple out of 35, which there's a few of those online currently. So it wouldn't be difficult to do. So maybe I will get around to doing that at some point. But yeah, picking up the clear base card was definitely very fun. Then the other half of the EPAC mail day, some people might be aware that the 23-24 game dated moment set has been going on for a little while now at this point, and I have made a point of picking up the Connor Bedard game dated moments cards thus far. So the only ones that are physical right now, so these are the ones that I have, are his NHL debut and first goal game dated moments, which are both numbered out of 1199.
That's awesome. Like always nice to get his first cards. I'm sure once Series 2 comes around, I'm sure you'll be grabbing his young gun shortly thereafter.
Yes, absolutely. That is the hope. So, yeah, those are my first Bedard Blackhawks cards. Obviously, last time talked about the Tops Now sticker, but these are the first Bedard Blackhawks cards in my collection. So that's really fun. And then the last part of my mail show and tell, I don't think Aaron knows about this one, but it's a pretty cool card, despite it kind of, again, being a little bit of a more random one. I will show the card first and then do a little bit of the backstory, but it's from 2013-14, the Cup, and it is the black rookie auto 1 of 1 of Seth Jones.
Whoa, okay, that's kind of unexpected, but really nice pickup either way. Always love a good, the Cup Black card. Those are really nice. Graded too. Are you going to keep it graded?
Yeah, I probably will. Just no reason to really
It's
break
in
it out.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the grade on that?
It's grade PSA 8.
Hey, 8,
Not
very
bad for a
cool.
cup card.
Yeah, not bad. That's awesome.
So
That's a really nice pickup there.
yeah,
Not
so
bad.
I just saw it on Facebook and was like, oh, like that's pretty cool. Like obviously Seth Jones is on the Blackhawks and will be for the foreseeable future since he has a horrific contract, but there's that. But I mean, in all seriousness, he is a pretty good defenseman, so probably will be with the team for the foreseeable future. So figured, hey, that's a cool, obviously a very good card of him. And the guy was interested in trading, and I kind of just had some things that he was interested in that weren't necessarily, things that I needed in my collection. So ended up just working out a deal. I think it was probably the biggest piece was a Mitch Marner Young Gun, which had kind of just picked up back in the day to have as a longer term trader type of piece. So that was kind of the main piece. And then there were a few cheaper Young Guns and then an Alex DeBrincat Cup scripted swatches as well. So kind of just like a nice trade up scenario where I get the big fish in the deal and the other guy got a handful of decent cards. So, but yeah, obviously, like I said, pretty much one of the better cards that Jones has. I wouldn't say it's his best card or his best rookie year card even, but obviously, a cut black 1 of 1, from a player's rookie year is right up there for sure. So yeah, just a cool card that I saw and just said, you know what, I'm gonna take a run at it, and definitely a cool card to have for the collection. So that is my mail day. And then turning to kind of the main conversation part of the episode, we were going back and looking at our episode idea list that we had formulated back when we were starting the podcast 3.5 years ago. And this one kind of caught my attention as, oh, this is kind of an interesting thing to think about. And, I think is always relevant, but I feel like especially over these last few years and even still today is something that some people kind of struggle with in the hobby, and that being kind of like finding your niche within the hobby, like what you should collect, I guess would be another way of putting it. So, I think that's kind of always a relevant conversation to have. And obviously with more new collectors entering the hobby over the last few years, I think it's definitely something good to consider. So this part of the episode might not be for the seasoned collectors, but if you're a relatively newer collector, I think you'll get a lot of value out of this one. So Aaron, I guess I'll open it up to you first. When I say how would you go about finding your niche in the hobby? What are some things that come to your mind?
The first thing for me, I was thinking about just as you were opening this up, the big thing for me would be just patience. I think, when someone enters the hobby and it's like, oh, like what am I going to collect or whatever, or maybe they figured out what they're going to collect and it's like, cool, like what else can I collect type thing. And it's like the thing for me would be just patience, because it's not going to come, in a day or two. It's going to take you kind of experiencing the hobby for many days or weeks or years or whatever it is to kind of see what's in the market, what kind of stuff you like, what kind of stuff you don't like. Watching a lot of hockey, I think, watching hockey and seeing how your favorite team or player develops maybe and seeing if this is someone you really want to kind of collect or something like that. So just a lot of patience. I think there's many variables in that, but yeah, the big thing for me to start would be just patience, and trying to figure out where your next step is going to be with your collection or just, starting out.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point for sure. I know, I'm sure it's the same for you, but for me, when I was a kid growing up, it would kind of be this like rotation of maybe like every year I would kind of switch to a new different player that I would go after. I liked Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves, obviously didn't have a big budget at the time, so was kind of just like cheaper stuff of them, but like Brian Little and Zach Bogosian, and yeah, kind of just went through a few different players and then got tired of them after a year or so, and then switched to somebody else, and then same thing again, switched to somebody else, before finally kind of hitting that groove of Nicholas Hjalmarsson, obviously, a guy that I still collect today, all these years later. So yeah, I think the patience aspect is definitely very important. So I'm glad you brought that up. To me, and another thing too, like you said, watching games, looking and seeing what players you like. I think that's a really good thing too, because a lot of people, you notice online are just like, oh, well, I got to collect McDavid and Matthews and Ovechkin and Crosby and all these guys. And it's like, well, yeah, they're great players. And I think most people like watching them play and stuff, but like, why is that your inclination? Like, most people are not collectors of those players. Like, they might have, I mean, most people have cards of those guys, but you wouldn't call yourself a collector of them because it's just not really, I don't know, feasible is the right word, but it's just not really the type of player collecting that most people do, for a number of reasons. But yeah, I think for me, it's like, I think for both of us, it's kind of, we found players that we resonated with for one reason or another. For you with Enroth, you liked, obviously, he was a short king like yourself, but you liked his playing style and net and everything, and that resonated with you. And for me, I liked the style that Hjalmarsson played. He was on the Blackhawks, my favorite team. So, kind of combining those things made sense for me as well. So, yeah, I like that point that you made too, of like actually watching games and identifying players that you like. And it doesn't have to be the superstar player. It's okay that it's not. I would say you probably will actually get more satisfaction out of not collecting superstar players just because it can kind of be like your identity as a collector almost. Like, if you are tied to those lesser known players like how we are, everyone knows Aaron as the Enroth guy. People know me as a Hjalmarsson guy. Like, that's kind of a cool thing about the hobby and helps you with your collection in the long run too, is that, if you find that player that you really like that maybe is a little bit more obscure, I think people will appreciate that and respect that and want to help you out. So, whereas if you're just like, oh yeah, I collect McDavid cards, well, cool, but like no one's gonna bat an eye at that really. It's just like, oh yeah, whatever, like you and a billion other people. So, yeah, I like that point that you made. And I think too, like, obviously we've just talked about player collecting here, but it doesn't just have to be player collecting. There are people that just collect cards of their favorite team, or they collect certain, types of cards or certain sets or whatever it might be, and that's really cool too. But I think the key that kind of runs through all of that is you have to figure out what you like. And, to me, like you said, it's something that can take some time. And maybe you might think you like something, but then after a year you don't. And then you kind of go to something else. But again, that's where the patience comes in, is you have to understand that, this can be a bit of a process sometimes. But again, it all comes back to collecting what you like. not what other people say you should like, not what people say, oh, this is going to be valuable down the road, whatever it might be. It has to be something that you like because you're the one collecting it, not somebody else. So if you're just collecting stuff that people say is popular or whatever, you're probably not going to get much satisfaction out of that because you're not mentally invested in that collection. So yeah, definitely whatever it might be, and there's no right or wrong answer, but you have to like what it is that you're collecting, whether that's a player, a team, a specific set, a specific product, whatever it might be, you have to be invested in that emotionally in order to enjoy it and get satisfaction out of it. So yeah, I know I kind of just threw a lot out there. Is there anything that you want to respond to there?
Oh, you made a lot of great points. I mean, like the thing with, McDavid collectors, like, oh, I collect McDavid. And it's like, I see why that you would. But, it takes a lot for, a McDavid collector, although there are many, to really wow you with their collection because, there's just so many out there. And, very rarely is someone going to have that stunning of a collection because it just costs too much. And so to really, if you're a collector out there who really wants to, like, and this is another point too, like find out what you want to do really. If it's player collecting, okay, well, what kind of player collecting? Is it just going to have a handful of smaller collections, with a couple different players, or is it sort of like that completionist sort of goal? And with McDavid or another top star, just kind of realize that that's not going to happen, and you might kind of get frustrated with that sort of collecting because a guy like McDavid's going to be in every product and his cards are going to go for the moon. So yeah, if you're a collector who wants to sort of catch them all, so to speak, maybe although he's a great player, maybe collecting someone other than McDavid might make you enjoy that collection more because of what you're doing with it, as opposed to just gravitating towards, the next big superstar. I say that also with Bedard coming into the league and Series 2, being all hyped up now. And there's going to be a lot of Bedard collectors out there for sure, and for good reason. But, if you're just entering into the hobby or getting caught up in the Bedard hype, by all means, collect his cards for sure. But, if you want a player collection, if that's kind of your goal as well, maybe choose someone else just so you can sort of get a lot more value out of that. And I don't mean, from, a financial standpoint. I just mean just having greater years in the hobby that you enjoy rather than, collecting Bedard for a year and getting burnt out because you've spent a whole bunch of money and you don't really feel as satisfied. Yeah, but a lot to unpack there. But my big thing would just be patient to kind of figure all this stuff out. Maybe not the greatest answer, but I think it kind of rings true.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree. So yeah, I guess I'm not super sure what else to say. I mean, it's such a, you can kind of give like generic broad answers, but obviously it's going to look a little bit different for every person, in that process. But yeah, I mean, again, it just goes back to figuring out what you like. And, I guess when it comes to that, in addition to watching games, I would also say that doing things like watching breaks online and just like searching for cards online, whether it be eBay or just scrolling through social media, groups and stuff like that, just to become aware of more cards and types of cards. I think that's also very beneficial as well, especially if you are potentially more interested in the product or set aspect of it. Obviously, set collecting is very enjoyable for a lot of people. So, maybe, you find an insert set in a product like I don't know, the portraits cards from Flagship every year, and you say, I like the cool ideas that Billy has with these, and it's a cheap, fun thing that I can do every year. Great. Like that's awesome. Like I said, just going out of your way to become more aware of more types of cards, I think will probably help you at least narrow down a little bit of what you do and don't like. It might take time to really nail down exactly what you want to go after, but you might say, oh, I tend to gravitate more toward, shinier types of cards, or, I like simpler looking cards, or, whatever it might be. I think just taking that time to become more aware and more knowledgeable about the different types of things that are out there is definitely going to help you when it comes to determining what you want to collect moving forward.
Very true.
Yeah, so again, don't want to ramble on too much and just keep saying the same things over and over about this topic, especially because, like I said, it is very much kind of an individualized process for every single type of collector. And everybody's process is going to look a little bit different, but hopefully some of those tips can kind of help give you a general idea of what direction to go in. And again, cannot emphasize enough, don't just collect the things that everyone says you should and what's popular and what all the rage is about and what the flavor of the day is and all that, because you're going to get burnt out. You're not going to enjoy it. So taking some of those tips that we mentioned and utilizing those to figure out what it is that you do enjoy collecting, I think would definitely serve you well. So yeah, just thought that would probably be a beneficial conversation for some people to hear. And obviously, if you guys do have further questions or want some of our advice further on you specifically, please feel free to reach out and we would be happy to have a conversation with you. And we will also let that serve as a good segue into the rest of the episode because, as is fairly regularly the case, Paul at Upper Deck was very generous and sent us a package of some of Upper Deck's newest products that have come out. So we just wanted to get around to sharing those products with you guys so that you can learn a little bit more about them and see some of the cards that are in them in case you guys are not already familiar with the products. We will start with 2022-23 SPX, which I know we've had for a little while and kind of had just been setting it aside, but figured that obviously this would be a good time to jump on into that one since, yeah, we've had it for a little while and the product's been out for a little while. But yeah, SPX is always kind of an interesting product to see what is involved. I know this year there have been a couple of new inserts that are actually, I think, like kind of retro inspired inserts, but just like really nice looking cards. I know the Hollow Champs especially is a really cool looking card, so it'd be cool to get one of those. Obviously, the UD Black cards are inserted into the product as well, so those are always pretty nice looking cards that people enjoy. For me personally, Jacob Slavin has quite a few cards in the product this year, so obviously getting anything of him, even just a base card, would be very nice for me. So we shall see how we do. And also kind of interesting to note, they did change the configuration. It used to be, I believe, one card per pack and 4 packs per box, I think. And this year they switched it to 1 pack per box with 5 cards. So yeah, let's see how we do. Alrighty, first card, we have a base rookie numbered out of 299 for the Carolina Hurricanes of Jack LaFontaine.
That's a great set of pads there. The
Very,
old
yeah, true.
old CCMs. I love
Very old.
those.
Yeah, those are
Very,
like
very old school.
20-year-old pads, I think.
Well, I mean, it's just the design, but
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool either way.
yeah.
Back in the
Interesting.
Marty Brodeur days.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say those. Whenever I see that design, it immediately reminds me of Marty Brodeur. So, all right, on to the second card, and we do have one of the aforementioned UD Black cards. It is an Obsidian Rookies, numbered out of 499 for the New York Rangers of Braden Schneider. Very nice looking card in person. Going to jump to the back card just because the next two are probably a little bit better. So the bottom card is a Radiance FX numbered out of 549 for the Arizona Coyotes, Clayton Keller. And jumping back to the third card, we have, oh, that is really nice. My goodness. Okay. That is really nice. I don't know of anybody specifically that collects this guy, but I'm sure there is somebody. Actually, I'm going to jump to the fourth card because the fourth card is of the same guy, actually. So we have, I don't know what the parallel is, but it is numbered out of 100 with blue foil for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Samuel Poulin.
Nice.
Very nice card in person. Really cool
Those do look kind of cool.
foil pattern on that. I think it's a Radiance parallel, I believe. So yeah, anyway, back to card number 3. As I said, it's of the same player, so it's of Samuel Poulin, but it is from UD Black, and it is a lustrous rookie signature green, which is a one
Green.
of one
Hey,
autograph.
oh, that's nice. Oh, look at green. Those are nice cards. Wow, those are really nice. I like the green, literally the green signature there. That is really cool. That's awesome.
That is a beautiful card. Obviously,
That's fantastic.
like you said, the green paint pen looks
Oh
awesome
yeah,
on that card. That
it
was a
does look
beautiful
great.
card. So, man,
I
that's
mean,
a great card.
Hey, that's awesome. I mean, I'm happy about a one of one. Not bad. I mean, let's see what the other products have in store. Maybe this is a special run that we're about to start.
Let's hope
Not a
so.
bad
And
way to open it up.
yeah, if anybody knows of any Samuel Pool and collectors, give us a shout. I'm sure that we would love to get that into the right hands for sure. All right, on to the next product. We have 2223 SP Authentic. Obviously, SP Authentic is always a very, very popular product every single year, and this year is no different. Obviously, looking for those Future Watch autographs and any miscellaneous autographs as well. I believe you get 2 autographs per box this year, with at least one of those being some sort of Future Watch autograph, whether that be just from the actual base set for this year or a retro inspired Future Watch, which people have mixed emotions about, but regardless, any autograph card, you can't go wrong. So we will dig on into SPA here. Obviously, patches are in play as well. Difficult to pull. I think those are case hits, but you never know. Somebody's got to get them. So let's see what we get here. And obviously, I will not go through all the base cards just to save a little bit of time. But first pack, we have got a limited red of Nikolai Ehlers. We have an SP Top Rookies of Isaac Ratcliffe and a pageantry of Matthew Tkachuk. And these look really cool again with a pretty cool foil pattern on them. I know they don't show super well on the camera for Aaron's sake, but they are pretty nice in person there.
I wonder if we'll get like a game used mouth card of his one day. Really gross, but I think it would be a trademark for him. Collectors would probably weirdly enjoy it, I think.
You are probably very, very right. And
I
I
don't I
jinxed
don't
it.
I don't want to be right, but
I
I
jinxed
probably
it.
would
I
be.
opened up the second pack and there's a big thick card in there. So
Ooh, maybe it's a thick redemption.
it
No,
could be.
no,
Should
no.
I
I hope not.
should I do it or should I save it? What do you think?
Let's save it till the end. Why not?
All right.
That'll be fun. How many packs is this now?
SPA is 10 packs per box. So not
Oh,
too bad. Obviously they've changed configuration over the years.
yeah.
Used to be
Yeah, let's save it
24
till the end.
packs
Why
and
not?
then 18 packs and now down to 10. More cards per pack though, so
Oh,
makes up
that's not
for it.
bad.
Let's see. So moving on to pack number 3, we have got a Future Watch Limited Red of David Jiricek, an SP Top Rookies of Caden Gooley, and a pageantry of Ron Francis. And that will remind me that in the first pack, the SP Top Rookies of Ratcliffe was actually one of the blue parallels. So just to make note of that real quick. An Ovechkin base card, so that's cool. On to pack number 4, since we are going to go back to pack number 2 later on here. So inevitably that's an autograph, which means that there should just be one more autograph throughout the rest of the box. Let's see here. Another Future Watch Limited Red of Mark Kastelich and SP Top Rookies of Eric Shalgren. And we have a Future Watch Retro, which is an 0203 tribute. Pretty good name. Numbered out of 399 for the Montreal Canadiens, Caden Gooley.
Those throwbacks are nice.
They are, and that's, like I said, definitely a better player to get, so can't go wrong there. Definitely a good pull there. So it looks like between the Ghoulie and whatever the patch is going to be, that this will be a pretty decent box here, which is good to see. On to pack number 5, we've got a limited red of Jack Campbell, an SP True Leaders of Jacob Trouba, everybody's favorite, and a pageantry red to go along with the tribute feature watch of Caden Gooley, and a base feature watch numbered out of 999 for the LA Kings of Samuel Fagmo. That's cool. Just getting a base feature watch as well. Little bonus hit for the pack there. On to pack number 6. Getting that Ghoulie kind of makes me wonder if the patch will be of a veteran player,
It
since
could be,
the retro does.
which would be good, like more of a chance for
Yeah,
someone kind of notable.
true. We shall
Maybe
see.
Crosby or Ovi or something.
Got an SP True Leaders of Anjay Kopitar. We have another autograph, a sign of the times for the Boston Bruins of Charlie Coyle. So looks like the patch is going to be a bonus autograph. Then a pageantry of Joe Pavelski. So we've got a 3 autograph box, which again, that's always a good sign for SPA. Moving along here to pack number 7. We've got a Future Watch limited red of Zach Hayes, an SP Top Rookies of Jordan Harris, and a Future Icons, which these are not guaranteed. These are somewhat difficult pulls. Numbered out of 399 for the San Jose Sharks, Timo Meyer and Tomas Hertl.
Those are
Cool.
nice, actually. I've always liked those cards.
Yeah. So yeah, this has been a very, very solid box of SPA so far. Obviously, still got a ways to go here. On to pack number 8. Got a limited red of Joe Pavelski and SP Top Rookies of Nikita Okotiuk, and a pageantry of Tyler Toffoli. On to pack number 9. We've got a True Leaders Blue of Alexander Barkov. We've got a Spectrum FX for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Mitch Marner, and a pageantry of Kirill Kaprizov. 10th pack, we've got that's a nice one, a Future Watch limited red for the Seattle Kraken, Matty Beniers. A collaborations insert of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
Not bad getting those guys, especially right now.
And a pageantry of Ben Myers. So just the one Spectrum FX, unless there's one in the other pack. So that's the end. So going back to pack number 2, which had the patch. Let's see what we've got.
This will be exciting.
It will be. We have got a base card of John Gibson on the front. We've got a base card of Cole Caulfield on the back. And those are the only 2 base cards of the pack. The other cards, we have a limited red of Ilya Sorokin. We have a collaborations of Mark Scheifele and Josh Morrissey. And the patch is a limited auto patch numbered out of 100 for the Vancouver Canucks, Thatcher Demko.
Hey, that's a great card. That is a fantastic card. A goalie, too. Especially with the way they're doing this year. Oh, man, that is awesome. That is so nice. Wow, great card there.
Yeah, nice 2-color
Great design, too.
Number patch. Yeah, very nice. Clean design with gold foil. Nice card. So, man, that was a very solid box of SP Authentic. I would say we are 2 for 2 on these boxes so far. We shall see if we can keep it going. But yeah, that is a very, very good start to the night for sure. Moving on to our 3rd box, and I'm excited for this one. We've got 2023 Team Canada Juniors with my guy Connor Bedard on the cover. So hopefully that'll be some good omens for pulling a Bedard card of some sort in here. Obviously, he has some base cards, he has some memorabilia, he has some autographs. So obviously getting a nice card to add to my collection would be great, even if it is just a base or a fairly standard parallel of some sort. But like I said, you can get some extremely, extremely nice Bedard cards in here. There are some auto patches in here. I know somebody on Hobby Insider actually pulled a Bedard patch auto recently from this product, so we shall see. You get 4 hits per box. I believe at least one of those being an autograph. So let's see how we do. All of the memorabilia in the product is game worn, which is another bonus. So here we go. Pack number 1. It is 15 packs per box, 6 cards per pack. Again, 4 hits per box. So pack number 1, we have a red parallel of Adam Fantilli. So that's a good name. Got a Pride of the Program. I'm not sure what parallel that is. I think it's a pattern foil board would be my best guess. Pride of the Program of Zach Dean. Really nice looking card. Kind of similar to the speckled rainbow foil cards from EPAC. We've got our first hit. It is a jersey for the women's team of Claire Thompson. A nice red jersey swatch there. And our lone base card of the pack is of Zach Dean as well. On to pack number 2. I can say this one feels thick and it does have a patch. So again, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to save it for the end. Why not?
Not bad here with the breaking streak tonight.
Yeah, we're doing well. We've got in the 3rd pack base card Nolan Allen, who I'm a fan of. He's a Blackhawks prospect, looking pretty good. Pride of the Program Caden Bankier, a Pride of the Program red of Tristan Bertucci. We've got our first numbered card. This is a Pride of the Program exclusives, numbered out of 100 of Cameron Allen. All right, pack number 4. We have got a Pride of the Program red of Alex Ferrand, who is another Blackhawks prospect. We've got a Program of Excellence of Andrew Cristal, which I think that's just a base card, actually. Next pack, we've got a Pride of the Program red of Nathan Gaucher, Program of Excellence Matthew Wood. On to pack number 6, We've got a red parallel of Micah Zandy Hart, Program of Excellence Andrew Gibson, and base number 7. I feel like there's got to be a Bedard base card even coming at some point here, right?
Something you'd think. It's probably in that fat pack there, the app.
I hope so. That'd be great. We've got a red parallel of Renata Fast, and we've got our next numbered card. Aaron will like this one. I know you're a big fan of this insert set. It is a yellow parallel numbered out of 149 from the Prospectus Momentous insert set
Oh, I love it. Sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
of Caden Bankier.
Yes. I'm sure he's a fan of Harry Potter.
Nice
That's
looking
awesome.
card.
Prospectus Momentous. Definitely sounds like a spell.
And a couple of goalie base to finish up Benjamin Goudreau and Gabriel Daig, who I know is a fairly touted goalie prospect for the upcoming draft. On to the next pack. I think this is pack 8, which will basically put us at the halfway point. Looks like we've got another memorabilia card here. Got a Pride of the Program red of Adam Fantilli. That's a really nice looking card. Not sure what the exact parallel is, but a Pride of the Program, some sort of parallel with really cool red foil and a cool pattern on it of Joshua Waugh. Really cool. Our memorabilia card, again, for the women's team of Micah Zandy Hart. Number 9. Got a Pride of the Program red of Caden Price. We have another Prospectus Momentous yellow parallel, numbered out of 149 of Ty Haliburda. Number 10. Looks like we've got another memorabilia card here. Got a red parallel of Logan Stankoven, and we've got a jersey of Andrew Cristal. So that's a decent one to get there. Decent name. And a Prospectus Momentous base insert of Joshua Waugh. Number 11. Still looking for that Bedard base card. Got a red parallel of
It's
Benjamin
coming.
Goudreau. We've got another numbered Prospectus Momentous red, numbered out of 549 of Zach Ostapchuk. Number 12. There we go. We've got a red parallel of Mr. Connor Bedard.
Hey, there we go. Those look great.
Very nice. We've got a pattern foil board of Ty Haliburda. So there we go. Got our Bedard card in a red parallel with that. So that's good. On to our bottom layer of packs here. This is pack number 13. We've got a Pride of the Program red of Quentin Burns. We've got our clear cut for the box, a Pride of the Program clear cut of Logan Stankoven. Very cool.
Nice.
Pack number 14. Got a Pride of the Program red of Tyson Hines. That's a cool card. I'm not sure what the odds are, but it is a go to the top insert of Olin Zellweger. So that's a good name.
Oh,
And
those are nice.
really cool looking card. It's kind of like it's almost like not quite as shiny, but it's almost like a gold PMG, like that kind of look. I know it doesn't show up on the camera super well, but that's a really nice card.
It shows pretty well. Those look nice.
Yeah, very nice card. Check the odds on that in a second here. So that is the quote-unquote tech card of the box, which is 1 per box. The go to the top cards in particular are 1 in 28. But very cool looking card nonetheless. Really, really nice looking. So on to pack number 15, and then we'll jump back up to pack number 2, which had the patch. Got a Pride of the Program Nick Lardis, who's another Blackhawks prospect. We've got a base card of Ethan Del Mastro, another Blackhawks prospect. Got a red parallel of Macklin Celebrini, who I hope will be a Blackhawks prospect. He is the projected first overall pick in the 2024 draft, so that's cool. We've got a Prospectus Momentous insert of the aforementioned Macklin Celebrini again, so that's cool. Getting a couple future first overall pick cards there. And we have a Pride of the Program, Connor Bedard. Very nice. So good last pack there, and then we will
that's awesome.
Jump back up to pack number 2 here as I knock over a stack of packs. All right, back to pack number 2. See what we've got here. Hopefully a big name. Patch. First, we have a red parallel of Riley Height. We have a pattern foil board of Andrew Cristal and the patch. That is a really nice card. Very nice. For the women's team, it is a patch auto numbered out of 175 of Blair Turnbull.
Nice. That's an awesome card.
Has
Always love
some
seeing a nice Team Canada patch.
has some wear on the white part there as well, and there
Oh,
are
that's even cooler. So you know it's
kind of
getting used.
very, very faint hints of black around the edge. So technically a three color patch. So
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool. Nice card there. So yeah,
That's
another
awesome.
really solid
Another
box
great
there.
box. I think we're doing quite well. We'll see what Stature has in store.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't let us down because I would say we've gone 3 for 3 so far. So
I mean, 3 or 4 ain't bad, but yeah, of course, hoping for the best.
yeah. And on to the final box of the night, one of my favorite products every year, just because it is absolutely beautiful. That being Upper Deck Stature. Now, of course, we've been really hot so far, so we'll see how we do here. Stature does have patch autos, of course. Those are generally one per case, so we'll see if we get lucky or not. But Stature is always just such a stunning product, so I'm excited to see these. No patch, unfortunately, so might be at the end of the road for our good luck for the night, but we'll see. Could still get a nice autograph card. So here we go. But yeah, I intentionally saved Stature for the end just because I love the way that these cards look. And again, I say this for a lot of different sets, but if you have a player that you like that's in the product, do yourself a favor, grab a card of them, even if it's just a base card or something, because they are just beautiful cards. And this year is no different for sure. So first card, we've got a base card of Leak Robitaille. Next up, we have another base for the Detroit Red Wings of Lucas Raymond. Next up, we have a base rookie out of 399 for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Philip Hollander. I will move to the back card, which is an insert. A dignified for the Tampa Bay Lightning of Vinny Lecavalier. Nice looking card. We'll jump back to the front. We've got a green parallel numbered out of 99 of Bowen Byram.
Nice.
Next, we have I think it might be a design variant numbered out of 65 of Jack McBain. Next up, I'll take that. It's another design variant numbered out of 65 for the Chicago Blackhawks of Lucas Reichel, even though he has been
Nice.
hot garbage this season.
Hey, it's a Blackhawks card.
Still a nice card. I'll take it. So looks like we're kind of coming down to everything for the box riding on the autograph. So we shall see how we do. And I would say that's a good one for sure. I'm happy with that one. We've got a Stature rookie auto numbered out of 199 for the Buffalo Sabres. Owen Power.
Hey, that is a great hit. Wow, that's awesome. That's a powerful card right there. That's wonderful. That's awesome. Great hit.
Yeah. So I would
I mean, I
say
think I think a
four
good
for
run of
four.
boxes here. Yeah, 100%.
Can't go wrong
That's
with the
fantastic. I mean, those
on-card
Buffalo
rookie
Sabres
auto.
fans, they're crazy. I love it.
On-card rookie auto of the first overall pick from a couple years ago. So yeah, you can't go wrong there at all. So
That's
yeah, I
fantastic.
mean, I would say you guys saw a pretty good advertisement there for all of these products. Honestly, I would say we got something nice out of every single one, and cards look great. And yeah, those were a lot of fun. Obviously, like I said, Stature always looks just absolutely beautiful. Every card in the product is gorgeous. So definitely a big fan of Stature. Team Canada Juniors is just fun. You get a lot of fun cards of players that you don't necessarily see all the time. So that's always fun. And obviously a really nice patch auto of a really solid player like Blair Turnbull. Can't go wrong there. A couple Bedard cards. SPA obviously got that Demko patch auto, which is awesome. The Caden Gooley Retro Future Watch. And then, of course, probably the best hit of the night from SPX, which I think kind of surprised us because kind of coming into this, we were thinking that, we would start with SPX because it might be, the weakest of the four, but hitting that Samuel Poulin 1-1 autograph, definitely really cool. So yeah, four really solid boxes there for sure.
I would agree with everything you just said. I mean, definitely a good advertisement for the potential for all these products. And then just on a personal level, pulling a one of one, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Good, you know, uh, prospect there for the Penguins. So pretty cool. So, I mean, hey, can't go wrong. I mean, that's probably one of the best runs of box breaking we've had on the podcast. So yeah, that was awesome. That was a blast. I can't wait for you to get a listen to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know We do also have 22-23 SP game used that we are setting aside for the next time that Billy joins us, since that is a product that he built. Figured it was only fair to set that aside so he can share a little bit more in depth about the product than we could. So, but yeah, again, huge shout out to Paul at Upper Deck for sending these boxes our way and allowing us to show you guys what this stuff is about. Like we said, I think this is a pretty solid bit of advertising there for each of these products. So I'm glad that worked out. And yeah, again, big shout out to Paul, and thanks for doing that as always. We really appreciate it. And yeah, I think that'll pretty much wrap it up for this episode. That was fun. A little bit of mail, a little bit of hobby talks, box breaks, a little bit of everything there. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, we'll wrap it up at that. And as always, please be sure to follow us on social media. We can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Sunrise Cardcast, and on Twitter at SunriseCC. Please also be sure to subscribe to the show on your podcast platform of choice to make sure you never miss a future episode. Until next time on Sunrise Cardcast, keep collecting those hockey cards.